There are two wells on Clare Island, one to the right and one in the middle of the island. Now they're marked on all of the maps, on the walking maps, but they're actually not marked by signposts when you're walking around the island, so it's a little bit difficult to find them. This is the route to the first. This is St. Bridget's Well that we're heading to here. And this is the well and the enclosure around it in the field. Difficult to find. This is zooming into it after I had managed to find it. Difficult also to access. So if you are going into the field, I recommend that you ask permission in the farmhouse and you enter the field from the top. It's a bit easier. This is the well house, St. Bridget's Well. Now, the well itself was dry inside. But sections of the field were quite wet. And in this field, if you look at the OSI maps, there's a lot of Feile. There's a lot of Feile across the whole island. It's exceptional. This is the enclosure around it. And we're looking across towards the mainland there, behind the sheep. And this is the well house with Patrick in the distance. It's an exceptional position, isn't it, for the well? This pile of stones was cordoned off. I'm not quite sure what it was. It was difficult to find information on the well. That's me there, Gale for scale. And the enclosure around the well again. There's a number of piles of stones inside here. It's marked on the OSI map as a penitential site. That's O'Malley's farmhouse to ask permission to access the field. And this is the second well. Difficult to find again. This is just a close-up of the pile of stones that is the well. You can see on this stone here that there is a cross carved on it, but the rest of the stones look unremarkable. There's no access into the well to have a look to see if there was water inside. Doesn't appear to have been for a very long time from what I read. And there is some form of an enclosure around the outside of the well. You might be able to make out the shadow of it. So you can see that there's some rushes in the field there, but the field was quite dry. And this site appears to have been a very important site. Originally, there is a church built just behind it, and there are a number of archaeological remains in the area of the well that would imply that it was important. So you can see it was very hard to look into the well. There was no access. I couldn't see any little hole that I could peep into. And there's also a number of piles of stones around this area. It's the well with the church in the background.